Okay, so what I have here is a dashboard presenting basically the impact of average annual vacation days on the productivity of a country. And I just quickly noted here that the data calculates productivity as the average hours worked per person per year divided by the GDP per capita. And so basically that is the input divided by the output of the country. And so the first interactive plot that I have here is basically each country that we looked at with our data. And for the years 2000 to 2019, basically it sums the productivity values. And so darker colors indicates a greater sum of productivity, whereas lighter colors indicates a lower productivity value. And so we see the greatest productivity in countries such as Switzerland, Germany, the Netherlands, and the lowest values in countries such as Spain and Italy. And so moving on to the next plot here, this is basically just getting at to see if there's any visible trend in vacation days and productivity. And so we see for vacation days in the range of 20 to 29, low productivity values associated with these. But as you increase into that 30 to 40 range, the productivity value does seem to slightly increase compared to these previous values. However, there's a lot of outliers in the data. Looking here at Canada and specifically up here at Ireland in the past few years, where it's been the GDP has been increasing substantially. Moving on to the final plot, this one's the most important plot for this study, and it's the GDP per vacation days per year. And so this plot has multiple elements to it. Basically, a large point indicates many vacation days, where a small point indicates a smaller amount of vacation days. And looking at the color, a darker color indicates more hours worked per year on average, whereas a lighter color indicates less hours worked per year on average. And so ideally what we'd see is a light point, but a very big point. And so that is indeed what we see with Germany over here at 42.5 vacation days, as well 1,300 average hours worked per year. So a low amount of hours worked per year, high vacation days, but also a very high GDP per vacation day. And so yeah, that is ideal. And so looking at trends in this data, what it could point out is basically as your vacation days increases. So for here, Germany's vacation days increase from 29 into 35, and you see that it drops because of the fact that this is divided by vacation days. But we see a positive slope afterwards, and so that's ideal. That means that the country was still prosperous after this increase in vacation days, indicating there was no negative correlation between vacation days and the productivity. In some cases, for certain countries, you may see a negative slope after that increase in vacation days, indicating that after increasing vacation days, the country was not as prosperous, and so it had a negative impact. However, in general, we see a positive slope after any vacation day increases, overall just indicating that higher number of vacation days corresponds to a greater productivity in the country. At least that's one insight that you could draw from this data. I'm sure there's many other variables at play.